Hey nerds, welcome to JerBear Reacts. Today we're going to react to Season 6, Episode 5 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, entitled Life Serial. Not like cereal, but like serial, like a serial number, or like a serial killer. That's the only numbers I have. If you're new here, subscribe. Daily content. If there's a date, there's a reaction. Links down below. Patreon, stream, everything in between. I complained that the episode of Buffy where she got a call from Angel at the end should have came after. Like I should have watched that after the episode of Angel when he goes to call or gets a call from Willow about Buffy. But I watched them in the wrong order. I admitted that to the Angel episode. You guys got it uploaded in the correct way. I just wanted to touch on it again. Buffy is back from heaven. Her friends don't know that. Giles doesn't know that. They are just here. We got introduced to Jonathan's little crew. 2 other people that tried to kill Buffy, I guess, while they worked out their own stuff. And the house got destroyed. There's a bunch of financial issues. The basement's flooded. Buffy left to go see Angel. And that's where we are at. Let's watch. So this must be her returning from L.A.
Oh, yep, it's me, and I brought dinner.
Chicken.
Deep fried chicken parts. Hope you're hungry. More for me.
More for me with this empty bucket of chicken I got here.
I don't know about everybody else, but I would love some chicken.
Yes, as would I.
I'll take a drumstick.
I'm a breast girl myself.
Don't we know it?
Then can you need that?
When was the last time I had a bucket of fucking chicken, bro?
Was it weird?
It was intense.
Well, if you want to talk about it.
I don't.
Same thing Angel said. Because we can't have crossovers where it's going to blow past the biggest thing of all of this. It's ass, dude. It's ass. Because you can't have crossovers. They can't have their moment. They can't have their connection. They can't be like, hey, this is what we had. This is what we did. This is why it was intense. These are the emotions we shared. Here's a flashback scene. Here's that. That's the whole point of it, man. It's the whole point of the finales. Buffy's dead. Obviously not the whole point, but like Buffy's dead. Angel finds out. Now what? Now what? It's what I've been waiting on this whole time. And every time they're like, nothing.
What you gonna do now?
Always with a plan. We're never gonna become the crime lords of
Man, that garage just looks like a fucking late 90s, early 2000 garage, and it's making me nostalgic. No tangent on that one. That's just what it looks like. A garage full of bicycles, man.
Absolutely. I mean, she'll never even know. What the hell is that?
That's the Death Star, you idiot! He did a sick job on that.
For
your information, I'm using the Empire's revised designs from Return of the Jedi.
That's a flawed design. Oh, hey. Okay, the thing is,
They're fucking dorks, and I love it because they're not wrong.
And the Slayer.
Is this like, was it public domain just to be able to draw this and put that shit in shows, or like, did they have to get approval? How I say?
And the flip side, Steve.
Well, that each individual participates fully in the construction of his or her own life.
Good. And who can expand on that? Chuck.
Well, those on the latter side of the theoretical divide stress that social
I'm not following this too well. Oh, the trick is to get in the rhythm. Kind of go with the flow.
Well, going would be a lot easier if your classmates weren't such big brains.
Buffy, that's ridiculous. They are no smarter than you or me.
Willow.
Because social phenomena don't have unproblematic objective existences. They have to be interpreted and given meanings by those who encounter them.
Nicely put.
Buffy, I'm
so,
with you.
Ruby, does that mean there are countless realities?
What? You're not dumb. Just...
No, you just don't understand what's going on. You can't just hop in the middle of it. That one guy that answered was in his 40s, by the way. I think that was the craziest part of college, was that you kind of forget that anybody of any age can be in your classes. Like, it's not just a bunch of, like, 19-year-olds, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. I had a 60-year-old woman in my class. I think it's good for the youth. Now, as a teacher, right, as a trainer, that's what I do in my day job. I train people for the job that I do, and I teach, and I go through that process. You know, I get 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, and there's a gap. I'm a decade older than them. there's a weird gap of like references and like pop culture influences and what they grew up with. And sure, we know SpongeBob together and maybe some Minecraft stuff, but they really like Minecraft and they really like Skibidi Toilet and they really like this other shit. It's not weird to me because like I understand because I'm online a lot. It's weirder to older generations. It's weirder to older generations that they were playing their video games, you know, Pitfall Harry and Pong, and transition into things like Resident Evil and this, that, and the other. And my obsession was Pokemon, right? Even though Pokemon is a turn-based RPG, much like Final Fantasy, which they were also playing. But there's just gaps and it's different humor, you know, new slang words, etc. I think it's good for people to be 20 years old and be in a classroom with somebody that's 60 that's not related to you. And hopefully not an asshole. Because me sitting there and being like, oh, dang, that person's older than my mom. And they're front and center and they come in here every day with a positive attitude and they're asking questions and they want to be here and they want to learn. And it shows when you have interest in something and you have a drive for it, like what you can actually accomplish. And I think that's fucking beautiful. It's beautiful to watch. If you're 18, 19, spend time with older people. I'm not saying spend time with older people with different points of view on life than you have. Different political stances, different those stances. That just leads to arguments, and an argument neither one of you is going to win. But hopefully like-minded and just somebody who wants to go after something. Like, I think it's good in a college or school setting. I'm not saying go mentor with the old people for free. I'm just saying, like, pay attention to people who are a little older than you that have lived the life you've lived, that have had worse experiences than you and have went through more trauma than you, and that have maybe have a rougher day to day than you, and look at their attitude towards it. Most of the time, it's very positive for some reason. I'm not saying that brother that was on the screen was actually that old, but still, spark that. Had a bunch of 50, 60, 70-year-olds in my class. Oh, 50 and 60. I wouldn't say 70.
I just need to spend a little more time reacclimating, you know, to get back into the swing of things. Oh. Hey!
You could at least say sorry, Bruto. Everybody's
That was one of those dorks just put a tracking device on her, didn't they? Yeah.
You really got engrossed in that Renaissance book.
I guess. I must have spaced out.
Oh,
At least
I
she
do
was-
that sometimes. Once, Willow and I were watching SpongeBob SquarePants.
Buffy, are you coming? We're gonna be late for class.
Oh no.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is right?
Dude,
They were watching SpongeBob SquarePants. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob came out in 98, didn't he? 99. Oh my god. What a... SpongeBob's like in its peak right now, like while this is coming out.
Tara! Tara!
So while y'all was out here watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Vampires in Love, I was sitting there going, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Over and over on repeat, driving everybody insane. You know what I'm saying? You were watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I was watching SpongeBob.
Did you see?
That's on Tara. Let's be honest. If I'm standing there, I'm not just going to walk away from my friend like, what are you doing? And then leave? Like, that's on her. You see her freaking out and then pointing up at a clock. Like, why would you walk away at any point? Hold her hand.
Crap.
That's some wild technology. They could be doing a lot more than just fucking with Buffy, bro. Move to a different state and go get rich and, like, chill out.
okay, score me.
220.
Beat that.
Oh, I will.
We got
I
a
will.
67 repeating of course chance, or 33 and a third repeating of course chance of survival.
This is gonna be great.
That's what they sound like.
Diving into the workforce, being the breadwinner.
Blacking out and evil lint. Hey, Tony. This is Buffy. You know that friend I told you about.
Nice to meet you, Tony.
Out
Is this the people carrying the fucking lighting thing right here behind them? Is that what this is?
stuff about blacking out and evil.
Because you can get away with that on TV. I know my white screen around the React box is kind of blocking that. I don't even know if I have the option to turn that off individually. I do. Yeah, there's just a fucking little... there's just a white screen. That's great. I like stuff like that. It's very enjoyable.
Hey, Tony.
If I could, I
This
would
is
be
Buffy.
you.
You know that friend I told you about?
Nice to meet you, Tony.
Hey, my mechanic once, his name was Tony. He said, hey, if you ever need anything, just remember, you have a toe, you have an E, you call me. I'm Tony.
Your whole steel inside.
Gee, I don't know, Tone. I don't want to get in trouble with those affirmative action lawyers, you know what I'm saying? Why don't you put little Brittany here on Holland duty?
Brittany, because she's blonde.
It's Buffy.
Okay, princess. You're on it. Try not to break a nail.
She's about to pick that whole thing up. Yeah, outwork everybody.
Don't worry about it.
Asshole.
Don't let them hassle you doing something stupid and hurting yourself. These beams weigh quite a few 100 pounds.
Which way?
I'm stronger than I look, you big idiots.
What's the matter? I scare you?
A little bit, you big freak. And he's not gonna see that she saved the day. Ass muscles. Beat his ass, Buffy! Oh no. God, dog, that's violent.
I didn't imagine this, Xander.
I know. I believe you. In fact, I'm starting to think between this attack and the school thing that somebody's messing with you.
Really? You think they're connected?
Well, there's something going on. I think it's worth checking out.
Somebody's
I don't
after your
know where.
ass. Yeah.
I need to see Giles and get on it right away.
And it's the three
I'd start with that demon of
dipshits.
demons.
What'd you do to her bones? You don't see a car smoking on your way in? Y'all are tripping, brother.
I need something for a prosperity spell. I heard you have it. A mummy hand?
Yeah, actually, I saw one downstairs. It's kind of hairy, though. Maybe it was a daddy hand. I'll just get it.
I don't think you should sell that to that person. They seem a little sketchy. The way they're asking for it. Prosperity spell.
Ooh, ancient mummy hand. Oh!
Oh my god. Let me go! It's like it.
Yeah, but there's a thing happening.
You have one.
Why don't you just say, hey, Giles, I need somebody to help me get this monkey hand from the basement. I'm scared of it. Something.
And I was told I could buy it, and I'm sorry, but I'm really gonna have to hold you to that. I'm not leaving until I get a mummy hand.
How much is the mummy hand?
Okay.
$100? Could be
I
worth it.
guess.
Concentrate on service rather than selling.
Yes, and then I'm going to marry Bob Dole and raise penguins in Guam.
Yes, you're quite right, yes.
Oh, fuck.
Didn't figure you were here cadging my whiskey because life is all full of blood and peach.
Sorry, there was a bug I had to kill. Now they're out here taking shots of whiskey.
Someone's doing stuff to me. Messing up my life. Except that it was kind of pre-messed already. You know, with school and jobs.
Excuse me.
You do better?
Damn right. Hit the demon world. Ask questions, throw punches.
Hey, I got that same shot glass. That's my favorite shot glass, actually. The one that's facing Spike.
One for lady. We're heading for the back room, Ted. For the real action agent.
Don't start drinking, Buffy. You go down a downward spiral very quickly. At the poker game he went to that one time.
Everything happens in this town.
Ah, good. These are the lowlifes.
Hey, there's old boy with the ears. Didn't we see this guy before, or am I fucking tripping ass right now?
So tight, I don't even know how you can look at her.
Leave your winnings and get out. Yeah. We'll forget this whole thing.
We've been back here in this card
So
room.
it's a setup, isn't it? Squeeze a few quid out of the vamp. I'll tell you what you didn't count on, me and the bird. You want to fight? You face the two of us.
Just the two of us. She's drunk off her ass.
Get tears even before the hour that wouldn't end. And the only person that I can even stand to be around is a neutered vampire who cheats at kitten poker.
Neutered.
Saw the cheating, did you?
Also, I think you're drunk.
Neutered vampires. Fucked, bro. Swallow your pride, dude.
I've seen it before. At the construction site.
Connery is the only actor of the bunch.
Timothy Dalton should get an Oscar and beat Sean Connery over the head with it.
Okay, that's it.
Why would you say that?
Stop it! Guys, no!
I would say Timothy Dalton. I'm sorry. Dalton would be last.
Jonathan, grab
Connery first, then Roger Moore, then Dalton. But I haven't watched those. I've just seen bits and pieces. I've watched, I think, a couple full Sean Connery movies, but that's a very unbiased, uneducated ranking of those three.
Bone.
Oh, my fucking Mortal Kombat Tekken character.
But do not try to defeat me, for I've been testing you and I know your weaknesses.
Swinging a miss. Oh, kicked him right in the heart. Fire paper, really? Spike was laughing.
He blew up.
And gently die.
His brother is smiling ear to ear, laughing his ass off.
I only looked big. I actually had the proportional strength of,
That's why you were a whiny little bitch throwing that damn thing down the ground. Flash
we
paper.
took on the Slayer. I mean, we've got all kinds of stuff in the computer now. Speed, strength, reaction time. Like, we're getting what we need to
Yeah,
really
when
become
she
a
was
threat to her.
when she was drunk.
Faced her, and we survived.
Free cable porn.
We've definitely been around that loose skin demon before. I know I'm not making that up.
I'm taking the money. This is great. This is more than great.
Is it his money?
I don't really know how to say this,
Thank you.
but it's a little like having Mom back.
In this scenario, I am your mother.
Want to be my shiftless absentee father? I just want to tell you that, this, it makes me feel safe, knowing you're always going to be here.
But not always there for the money reasons, but you are able to help and support. And that look means that he's not always going to be here. That's why he's not in the fucking intro. Beat it up. He left once. God damn it, dude. I don't think Don was in the episode for a single solitary second, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Andrew, Jonathan, and Warren test Buffy for a weakness they can exploit, and it doesn't quite go the way that they expect it to, I guess. They all have their own little games. Only one person got a score. They have potential to be interesting, but right now they're not that interesting. I don't know how to say it, really. This episode had a 7.8 rating and came out October 23rd, 2001. Yeah, was that the guy? Hold on. Because I know I'm not making this shit up. Let's see something real quick together. You and me. Me and you. Well, that's definitely not it. Hey, Tony. If I could, I would be you. You're the one and only thing. The one and only face. I just don't know what that character's name would be. Ah, the loose skin demon. This says this is his first episode. A small spoiler says it's going to be in other episodes. Remember when we first watched this, I told you guys I had seen episodes in the past? I remember very vividly, like growing up, I remember very vividly him, but like hanging out with Buffy? Or like, he wouldn't have been babysitting Buffy, maybe babysitting Dawn? Is that what I remember from this fucking show growing up? Was that little guy? Get the fuck out of here, dude. Get out of here. That's crazy that that's the first time seeing that person. Whatever, dude. Let me go back here for a minute to get back over to this episode. It's just the boys trying to get one up on Buffy, man. There is nothing special about this. There's a comic called Reunion. Even though in the comic we don't still learn what happened in their meeting, I hope they like kissed or something. I don't know, just a small little smooch. Not a whole lot of stuff here. There's just some stuff like Groundhog's Day. Tells you what the sculpture was in Tara's book. The title's a pun on the breakfast cereal life, I guess. Tara makes a reference to watching SpongeBob, which came out in 1999. Tara says, one time when me and Millie were watching, may have been a nod to this one time at band camp. It does say right there, we could see when Jonathan uses the thing, James can't help but to laugh. There's not a whole lot else here, guys. This episode's cut and dry for me. It's more of Buffy dealing with her internal emotions, being saved by Giles. Giles offering up some money, but it doesn't seem like he's going to stick around forever. We got Spike and Buffy getting closer, but then maybe a little more distant because the only person she can stand to be around is him. There's levels to it. Just levels. I'm not going to waste any more time on the episode. We have coming up next week more stuff as this progresses. We have Angel, Buffy, Buffy. That's how it's going to go. No real super long stretches of shows. It looks like we have like Angel, Buffy, Angel, Buffy, Buffy, like at the end of the season. So yeah, who knows? We'll wait and see. I'm sorry there's not a whole lot for me to say at the end of this one, but I will see you guys on Monday. For now, links and everything in the description box down below. Playlist up on screen. Stay cute, stay hydrated. I'll catch you on the next one.